Alright, I still haven't done my top 10, 25, whatever you want to call it, most overrated, underrated movies of the year. But you know what? I can do my most anticipated of 2025, and that is going to come out right now on the 2nd of January, because maybe the 1st of January, I don't know. But you know what? Let's just jump into it. And these are going to be in chronological order from 10 to 1 of my most anticipated. Number 10 was on last year's list, Saw 11. Okay, I'm sorry. Saw 10 was so... Wait, is that... No, that's Saw 9, right? Yeah, Saw 11. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. I hate no Roman numerals. Anywho, so Saw 10 wasn't supposed to be that good. Let's be freaking honest. So when Saw 11 was announced, you're like, yes, give me more. And I'm excited for what gory just route this is going to take and what kind of creative traps they are going to do. So yes, Saw 11 is my number 10. Number 9, apparently there's a new Predators movie coming out called Predators Badlands. So when looking into this, it looks like Ellie Fanning is going to be in this one. Looks like not a lot of information is in this. I know there was going to be talk of maybe a Prey in World War II, but I don't think that is actually going to occur. So this bad one, yeah, has Ellie Fanning in this one. And it looks like it is the same director of Prey, though. So that's all we know. No information. It's just not a sequel from the 2022 Prey, but it's set within the Predator universe. And that is all the trivia that is given for IMDb. So I'm pretty stoked for that. Number 8. This goes to one of the most underrated horror films and probably horror games. Return to Silent Hill. So I don't think there's a lot of information given this one as well. I'm looking at see if there's anything information. Yeah, it has Jeremy Irving in it. Has a couple other people. It just says it's going to be released in 2025. It is the same director who did Silent Hill, the original one, not the 3D one. I think the 3D one was someone directed that one differently. But Return to Silent Hill, when a mysterious letter calls him back to Silent Hill in search of his lost love, James finds a once recognizable town and encounters terrifying figures, both familiar and new, and begins to question his own sanity. Listen, I have faith in this movie that I think is going to be pretty damn good. So that's why I think it is going to be my number 8 for 2025. Number 7, F1. You've seen the trailers. Brad Pitt, the director of Oblivion, director of Top Gun Maverick. You could tell by the cinematography of being in the cockpit. And again, not a lot of information for this one. This is coming out in June. This might be Apple's final release to be in theaters. But my God, the Queen song with basically very little dialogue in this, just showing that it's going to be a fun freaking film, fun action. I have faith in Formula One. I think it's going to be a damn good movie theater experience. That is my number 7. Number 6, we are going with Ballerina. So this is interesting because Ballerina was my number 1 for 2024. And honestly, looking at the massive reshoots, because apparently it was not a good cut with Ana de Armas. I think Keanu Reeves makes a little bit of a cameo in this movie. It did drop pretty significantly with what I'm going to expect. However, because John Wick 4 was my number 1, 2, 3 movie of 2023, I'm still excited for Ballerina. I think it's going to be a fun freaking time. But like I said, it was for my number 1. It's now my number 6 because of all the reshoots and me being a little bit scared. Number 5, we are going with Nobody 2. So the reason why this is there, because I think it's going to be a great film. You cannot go wrong with this one. Same director is coming back. The synopsis for this one: suburban dad Hutch Mansell, a former lethal assassin, is pulled back into his violent past after throwing a home invasion, setting off a chain of events. Wait, that's the synopsis for the first movie. You lied to me, IMDb. But anyway, it looks like maybe we don't have that much information for Nobody 2. But it is supposed to be released August 15th, 2025. That's one that actually has release date. Okay, Ballerina 2 does as well. But you know what? Bob Odenkirk being great in the first role, I have faith in this one. Number 4, Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. This comes out in the summer, May or June, if I'm not mistaken. And you've seen the trailer. Again, a movie with very little dialogue in the trailer, just showing off little snippets of action set pieces that you are going to enjoy. No, you're not. You might not enjoy it. No, you are going to enjoy these action set pieces by Tom Cruise. Period. I do think, though, this is the final Mission Impossible movie. I know there was kind of rumors of Glenn Powell taking over the franchise, and he's like, no, my mom will kill me. I ain't doing that. I think it's kind of funny because they're both in Top Gun together. But look, how is Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning, not going to be in your top 10? It just doesn't make sense. With how freaking good the last one was, this one is going to be fan-freaking-tastic. Number 3, The Black Phone 2. Okay, very little horror movies stun me. The Black Phone 2, or the first Black Phone, stunned the living crap out of me. Stop Derrickson had fantastic visuals in this movie, fantastic story. Even the little visuals of like Ethan Hawke in the chair with the dog, it's just like, oh my god. Or not with the dog, wait, no, the dog scene when they're in the basement, him in the chair just sitting at the door. Same director, Stop Derrickson's also in it, so I love him as a director. I don't know if there's a synopsis for this one just yet, but we're going to reprise all the roles. So you have the kids coming back, the brother and sister character. But my god, this reminded me of Sinister, of that kind of just dread. And if you could bring that back to Black Phone 2, I'm going to love the living shit out of this film. Number 2, 28 years later. What is up with these trailers for 2025 that are just so damn good? And this is another one where, you know what? 28 years later, and it looks like they're already making another one right after it called like The Wasteland or The Dead Skull one, not mistaken. But this is a group of survivors kind of on an island. As you can tell, shit is about to go down. It's kind of weird we went 28 days, weeks to years. I guess we don't care about months. Maybe because in that month period, not a lot of stuff happened. It was more just like traveling to get to this 28-year spot. But Danny Boyle is back. Alex Garland is back to actually write this as well. So, like I said, the trailer, fantastic. Zombie movie. Hopefully this brings back the just dread of oh shit zombie movies that we have been missing for quite some time. And I'm pumped. And this movie does come out, I want to say June something. June 20th. And finally, my number 1, do not make fun of me. But this franchise has just been with my childhood forever. Final Destination Bloodlines. I'm sorry. I don't care what you think. This is my number 1 most anticipated movie. The first one, the second one, the third one, the fourth one, the fifth one. Yes, even though the fourth one kind of goes downhill. I mean, my goodness gracious. They are fun. They are chaotic. The type of deaths that are in this movie, they are fucking chef kisses. So I'm trying to see what these directors have done. It looks like they haven't done that. They've done Freaks. They've done a couple, Dead Rising kind of ones. But I think this does come out in theater. So this was supposed to, I think, come out just on HBO Max. But just like a couple movies where they've done like Evil Dead Rises, we're like, wait a minute, test screen's pretty good. Let's put this in theaters. I think Final Destination Bloodlines is in that same camp where it is actually going to be in theaters. So Tony Todd is also in this movie. So that's got me thinking. Tony Todd was in the first Final Destination. So what are they actually doing with the cast? It looks like they're not bringing anyone back, but they do have a couple other characters. But Tony Todd says rumored. That's interesting if he is actually coming back for this one. All right, that is my top 10 for 2025. If you notice, there wasn't a superhero movie. But of course, there's also a lot of other movies from like Sundance that we have no idea what's going to come out. But that is just my most anticipated right now, filming this video on January 1st. Let's see if you think these are agreeable or not as well. Chase Lock here at the Blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know things Blue Futontopia. You Blue Futonians. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. I can watch this tape tomorrow, week from now, month, and a year from now. Every single freaking one of you. And like I said, have a great 2025.